you go.
And you had done
This is your Friday morning fish report.
Joe, you had done such a beautiful segue, too. That was Hall of Fame.
Well, I'm not punching the button, so I'm sorry I can't,
You are driving the bus, apparently. So.
I'm trying, and...
Sorry, Joe.
No, it's not a problem, man. I got no problem with technical screw-ups because, that's part of live radio. And we're going to make some live radio right now with my friend Bill Herzog. He's the co-host of Northwest Wild Country. You can hear it every Saturday morning on Sports Radio 950 KJR from 6 to 8 a.m., and actually, Bill's going to be the host for the next couple of weeks because Joel Shangle is doing some ESPN work. He's out covering the big bass tournament down in Texas.
For Al Jazeera, right?
Yeah, that's I get to play Joe for the next 3 weeks. I get to go play, and just like Bob not being here, things tend to go off the rails when no one's cracking the whip.
Right. So, when the cat's away.
Yeah.
And now, Bill came in here very excited this morning because he goes, ooh, and he's kind of tingling. He goes, I feel that change in the weather. There's a change going on out there. What does that mean as a fisherman?
Well, we've had this hot, dry period for so long, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the fish are all waiting. They key on rain. Rain, raises the rivers, cools them down. They brings the salmon in. Guess what just happened this morning? We had a little bit of rain. And now, it's not much, compared to January, right? But when this happens... the salmon, they know what's going on. They're coming back home now. So when we had just a few Chinook salmon, just a few pinks around, guess what, folks? In the next couple of days, there's going to be a whole bunch of them coming down the pipe.
I want to say quickly, too, Bill is one of the true experts of Northwest fishing, being the rivers. He's written many books about the subject. If you've got a question about fishing, we'll open up the phones today, 877-901-0957. If there's something you want to know, it can be very specific or very general about fishing in the Northwest. Bill Herzog, it would be a great guy to answer your questions, 877-901-0957. And, last week we mentioned subject, this guy almost got killed catching a tuna.
Oh, tuna dragged him out of his boat.
That was something
wrapped
else.
the line around his foot.
That fish almost killed me. And
Right.
then we said, if you've got a great "that fish almost killed me" story,
Right.
send one in. Well, we did get a pretty darn good one. And
tell.
And also, we're open to those at 877-901-0957. But we want to give, I believe his name's Lighton, thank you for sending it in. He was stationed in the Army on Oahu. Says, we're sitting in the barracks drinking beer on a beautiful Saturday like most single soldiers will do when the sergeant showed up and said, get ready, we're going out. There's been a tiger shark spotted roaming the waters off Barber's Point at the Navy base. And I'll make a long story short. Basically, they didn't have a serious naval vessel to go chase this shark with, so they wound up with a two-man kayak and a case of beer.
What?
Good
Wow.
plan. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
Great decisions.
And
They bring a bucket of blood with them, too, just to fire the guy up?
Sure.
well, let's see. Yeah, they brought actually a chicken with them.
That's it.
They
Yeah,
went to the
that's a complete
commissary,
plan.
got themselves a chicken, and took plenty of beer because they didn't really expect
course.
to catch
Oh, for
anything
God's
but a
sake.
buzz.
And paddle with your hands, don't forget, boys.
Yeah. So many paper cuts.
Well, what happened in the end is they did get a bite.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah, and the shark got the chicken, got the line, got everything, and really, fortunately, all they did get was a buzz and a sunburn. But he said that not only did he have a close encounter with a shark the size of his kayak, but two barracuda swam right by him as he was pulling the thing up on the beach. So he learned a little bit about drinking and fishing. He survived, but we appreciate the story, and we will send you out some of Bill's spoons,
Yeah.
which are pretty effective lure.
These
parts,
guys sound
right?
like keepers of the family banjos going out doing this stuff. I'm telling you, man.
That's great.
James in Seattle on line 1 has a question about fishing in the Northwest. I guess
Okay.
he just moved here. How you doing, James?
Doing pretty well. As a Southern California transplant, I've done a lot of ocean fishing and whatnot. And, for much different fishing than up here. I'm wondering, how does a guy with no gear and very bad sense of direction and does enjoy a sunburn and a buzz, but where do I get started? What would you recommend? Want to go catch some salmon?
Go find a guide. Go online. There's all kinds of salmon guides here. We have some of the best salmon guides on the planet, obviously, because of the fishing we have here in the Northwest. Look online, find some salmon guides. It all depends on what you like. If you like freshwater, we got the Columbia River upper and lower going on right now. Check that out. Also down in the ocean, go down to Westport, go down to Ilwaco. That's happening right now. And you're from Southern Cal. Have you done any tuna fishing?
Tons.
Okay, well, tuna right now, we have some of the best tuna fishing, by the way, in the world. Right off here. We got to go 60, 70, sometimes 80 miles offshore, but August and September, the Albacore Bight up here is some of the best tuna fishing anywhere.
I had no idea.
Absolutely, yeah.
Hey,
check that out.
Any recommendations for charters? Anybody you know that's on the good guy list?
Like I said, are you into saltwater or fresh? What do you like to do?
All the above. I don't own a boat myself, so it'd be nice to be able to get the right gear together and be able to go out, drive out somewhere on a river and find the right spot. But I would also be open to, jumping into somebody else's boat and doing the charter thing.
Okay, check out my buddy Shane Magnuson of Upper Columbia Guide Service right now up on the Brewster area, Sockeye, and Chinook. All you want, my friend. Give that guy a shout. And if you don't like that kind of fishing, want to go the other way, just any charter boat out of Westport or Ilwaco right now and check out the tuna action out there. It'll blow your mind. You got to do it.
Where's a good place to look for guides?
I'd say, don't you guys have at Northwest Wild Country? You got a website that's got a few of them listed there.
Absolutely. Go on northwestwildcountry.com and check out our guides page, and you'll see all the info you need, man.
Excellent. Well, that's exactly what I was hoping to hear. Thank you very much for your help.
You bet. Line 5, Jim in Olympia has a question I know that Bill can answer firsthand. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Joe. Hey, Bill, got a question regarding the Hood Canal.
Yeah.
Can you let me know? I haven't fished there before, but what would I be looking for, and what would I use to catch the pinks and the chinooks there?
Well,
I'll take this one, Bill.
Okay,
You're looking for fish.
Go for it. Big fish.
Yeah.
Big pink fish.
All right, you take it now.
Jim, go around the Hood Sport Hatchery right now. The pink salmon are in big schools right there. You can catch them offshore. You can get them in a boat. Either way, look for the rolling fish. Can't miss them. Just drive to Hood Sport and fish off the beach. You and all the throngs of individuals out there, you can't miss it. Look for the huge parking lot and all the people, and just throw a little pink jig, quarter-ounce jig, marabou jig. That's all you need to do. Find your trout gear. Go for it.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bill.
You bet.
Line 2 is Andrea in Bothell. Andrea, Fisher woman person. It's great to have you on the Bob River Show. How you doing?
You had a hard time over there, huh? Fishy woman person?
Yeah, it's nice to get
Shocking, isn't it?
Yes, it's great.
So my question is I've been fishing off a little slough on the Snohomish River, and I've tried all kinds of gear, but I can only land some sculpins. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What are you trying to catch?
Well, I've heard that there's sturgeon in there, and of course the humpies will be coming down, but just a keeper cutthroat trout would be amazing.
Well, just go to the old garden hackle. Go to the store and get some night crawlers and just put them under a little tiny bobber or something, throw it out there. There's sea run cutthroat coming in right now and resident, and you might pick up a wayward steelhead doing that. Just try it. Go down to basics.
Okay, so night crawlers and bobber.
That's it.
All right, will do. Thank you so much, sir.
You bet.
Simple as can be.
That was a good answer.
We'll take one last call from Phil in Seattle. One more question about where to catch the fish. How you doing, Phil? That's number
Pretty
line
good.
3.
How you doing?
Hey,
Great,
Phil,
man.
how are you?
Good. Hey, I've been fishing off the Edmonds Pier for a while. I don't have a boat, don't know anybody with a boat, and I've been doing that for quite a while. And I was out last weekend, and it was nice and sunny and dry, no rain or anything. But I was curious, what's coming in down there now? Is anything hitting down there, or we got any salmon since we've had a little bit of rain?
Well, Phil, just like I was talking about earlier, this little bit of rain we got going is going to bring pink salmon by the zillions right under that dock. You're going to have a whole bunch of friends out there shortly. Go out there, go out there right now. Get yourself little tiny pink buzz bombers, little pink jigs, and head out there. Go for it.
All right, I'll do that. I'll try and catch one. The only thing I've ever caught off there was a little baby seal, and I had to throw it back.
Oh, man.
They make nice seat covers.
Oh.
Yeah, sealskin seat covers, yeah.
Oh, come on now.
No, I had to throw that baby back, but at least I did catch something. Wasn't that good, but I guess if it was,
I hope the little fellow. I hope he was okay. All right, thanks, Phil. Appreciate it. So you mentioned these pinks are coming.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of say pink salmon. I'm not really that interested. They're not that tasty. Is that true at all?
It's absolute false. Anybody who says a beautiful, wild, bright salmon in great big numbers, it's easy to catch, and they're coming into a urban area, if you don't like that, man, you're nuts, okay? Number one, if they're taken care of properly, what most people do is they take the salmon like they would any fish and just throw it in a cooler. A pink is a little softer meated than most of them. You have to bleed them immediately. If you bleed them instantly and put them on ice, guess what? They're as good eating as any fish. Any fish.
Well, Bill brought some fresh pink salmon in last week. Now, I have been getting the benefits of Bill's salmon a lot, so I shared with other people. Did you cook up some of that, Luciana?
I'm getting really good at it because Bill is bringing fish every week almost.
Oh, I know.
So I practice a lot. And
what's your favorite way to prepare salmon?
I was just going to say, I get Jody and she comes right to me at every show, and she
true.
goes, "Oh, I did this, and I did this, and by the way, I used the miso,
And
it was dandy. Let me tell you, it was very, very good. My favorite way to make fish and pink salmon, by the way, is just fillet it out, squeeze an orange on it, like I was telling you to do with the.
I did. I used the mandarin, and it was awesome.
I learned this from a 5-star chef in Alaska. You just lay the salmon out, squeeze an orange on it, and then put a little brown sugar on it. Let it caramelize on there a little bit, and then garlic powder, salt and pepper. Boing.
that's a good one.
Yeah, good times. So we got so much salmon going on right now. There's so many different recipes for it. And Jody, repeat to us what you did for yours last time.
Well, the miso one that you're talking about in question would actually be great on a pink, because if people don't particularly like that flavor of the fish and you want something else to add some zing, my favorite is a little bit of miso paste, some soy sauce, some fresh ginger, and a lemon.
Wow.
And you just put that, right on the grill.
I like to take my salmon out to a bar and get it drunk on gin. Really drunk on gin.
And then?
And then have your way with it?
Yeah.
I
Eat
see.
it.
You're
I hear
disgusting.
they
Sushi it up.
You are.
Yeah.
They drink like a fish.
They do.
Yeah.
We're waiting 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours.
Oh,
it took us to
man.
get
I
there,
can't
people.
wait till Bill Hurst on
Yeah.
I'm going to tell my funny joke.
No, that was spontaneous. That's
Yeah,
what you
boy.
call
About
improv.
fish.
That's
Teamwork.
That's what you call improv comedy there.
Hilarious.
Well, I tell you, we'll put Bill's and Jody's wonderful salmon recipes on at bobrivers.com. If you have questions about fishing that you didn't get answered here, Bill is going to talk 2 hours of nothing but fishing tomorrow morning on 9:50 a.m. Sports Radio KJR. It's Northwest Wild Country, and these guys go in depth. And they're on TV as well.
Yeah, Comcast Sports Channel 179. We're on television.
So you can watch them on television every morning. Bill has a special lure of the week he whips out and shows you.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, he shows you the whole presentation. So make sure and check them out on our sister station, Sports Radio 950 KJR. And we're giving away a trip.
Yeah, and tomorrow's our last day to qualify for ding or honk, by the way. So Joe and I are giving away a salmon trip, going to fish with us on the 18th, is it?
I believe the 18th
We
will
made
work
a day,
for me.
August 18th. Yeah, you want to tune in for that, boys and girls.
So there